Search and rescue technician Kevin Hughes knows he's in for a rough ride.
What's the next course to steer, Kevin?
4-0. Roger.
He's already spent a couple of days on the water, and he's starting to think he may have bitten off more than he can chew.
Definitely have a lot more respect for working in an environment like this. Some people think I'm nuts for what I do, jumping on airplanes, but this has kind of been an eye-opener for me, and even the weather conditions haven't been that bad.
This is RHIOT School.
RHIOT stands for Rigid Hull Inflatable Operator Training.
Survive this course, and it just might save your life, or it just might help save the lives of others.
Most people come here because they want the heavy weather. That's the trademark item. That's the big rush. Yeah, absolutely.
They have trained the best of the best here: U.S. Marines, search and rescue, anyone who needs to be out on the water in any condition. If you sign up for this course, you're guaranteed for some rough water.
One engine. Quick.
This is a test of nerves, with ocean swells trying to fling your boat onto the rocks.
Station keep it right, so you want to stay in position. We eventually want to slowly make our way back.
If your job takes you into big water, then this is the place to learn how to operate one of the most important pieces of equipment in your trade. The RHIB, the rigid hull inflatable boat.
I would classify them as a high-performance sports car, like a Porsche. Boat it's a Zodiac Hurricane, 7.3-meter boat. They're called jockey seats or console seats. So what they do, people can operate when we're operating in heavy weather. We can stand up. We have good lateral support. In heavy weather, we're trying to add power and pull power off, and that's how we can get the bow to rise up, bow to fall down, and we can try to smooth the ride out when we're operating in waves.
The ribs are basically unsinkable, but they require an experienced, steady hand to keep them upright at high speeds in heavy water.
Ease your power back, ease it back.
The boats, can take a lot more than we can.
With two 175 horsepower motors on the back, 50 miles an hour is nothing for this boat. In Canada's rough and remote west coast waters, you better know what you're doing.
So you see the breakers we got dead ahead? Yeah. Don't hit those.
The training here is designed to show students the worst conditions they might face in a real rescue.
Using the power.
The goal is to build confidence.
There you go. See how you're controlling the bow?
The conditions today are actually considered uncharacteristically calm for this time of year. But don't let that fool you. Just riding at these speeds can be dangerous. Everyone knows it.
Of course, you're always scared. If you're not scared, I think you're stupid. So there's always that thought of, oh God, what did we just do there?
Operating the RHIB is one thing, but knowing where you are is another. Map reading in these conditions is virtually impossible. The navigator sits behind the driver and issues commands by touch. If they can get through the heavy weather, the students must do it all over again in the pitch black.
No radar, no GPS, no chart plotter. It's the old-fashioned way: speed, distance, time, stopwatch. So everybody's going to act as a navigator for one leg.
With just a map, compass, and a stopwatch, they're expected to navigate at night. The risk here is running into something or running aground.
What's the most important thing while we're out there?
Safety.
Safety of who?
Us, everybody.
Us.
Not the most comfortable gear, but it does the job.
You have some fun.
Bow's clear.
We're operating, in adverse conditions, close to shore, at night.
Okay, you guys ready? Secure.
There's always a potential for an injury or for damage.
For safety, the instructor rides in the stern monitoring their position on radar. But the crew, they're expected to operate blind.
Start turning now. Watch it start turn now.
They know how fast their boat goes at 3,500 RPM. If they have their math right, they know how long it should take for them to arrive at their destination.
Got the rock there, Al? See it? We got 15 feet here. Not a lot of water.
Tonight, everything turns out just as planned.
Welcome to Poets Nook, guys.
Poets Nook, copy.
Until they try to return to harbor.
What's ahead of ya? Okay, turn the light on, Alan, right in front of the boat. Right where we're going, okay, boys? You're not home till you're home.
A slow collision with a day marker will hurt your pride more than the boat. High-speed accidents can have much more serious consequences. If a boat does flip, the crews need to know what to do and how to get out from underneath.
So the drill really doesn't start until we get actually underneath the boat. So it takes out the unknown, and that's the important thing of it.
Everyone here is taught it's important to stay with your boat even if it does flip because of this. It's a self-righting airbag.
The next course is going to be 120, right?
This is a take no prisoners, cut no slack kind of course.
Get your trim up, okay, bud?
In the real world, there are no second chances in this business. And for Kevin Hughes, the learning curve here is proving to be just too steep.
Oh, this has got to be like the worst bit of driving I've done this far. Just couldn't seem to get a rhythm, get it right.
There is no rhythm, and it's different every time you go out. That's the key. There is no rhythm.
Kevin won't get a pass this time. He's told to come back and try again after he gets more experience on ribs.
It's a lot of fun.
But 5 other students do get through the course.
They leave here, they kind of got a learning license. So we teach them some good principles, they get a feel for it, and hopefully they can build on it once they leave.